Welcome to the latest here on All Stars TV, counting down to the 2026 edition at the Bauer Arena in Ice Sheffield, 25th and the 26th of this very month. It's coming along awfully quickly. Tonight we're catching up with two of the guys from the Barbarians, our multi-charity, even spreading the charity net even wider, the Barbarians. And we're pleased to be joined by Captain Paul Wright and player Abby Faye. Righty, and Abby, thanks for joining on All Stars TV.
Thank you.
No problem.
Pleasure to have you along. And Righty, we'll start with you. Just a quick summary of how the 2026 year has been for yourself and All Stars.
Yeah, amazing so far. Yeah, it's been a really good year. We had, before we get on to Sheffield, we had the Cymru All Stars. So we had a squad played in, the All Stars Cymru for the first time. So there was like 8 players from Sheffield, from the Sheffield squad that played in Cardiff. So that was like a nice little warm up for Sheffield. And yeah, the Sheffield squad is pretty much the same core team of players. I think we've only had 3 changes through a few players dropping out. And we got one newbie to All Stars in Josh Grocott. So he'll bring a lot of experience. I think he plays up in Scotland, Widnes Wild. So excited to have Josh along. But the rest of the team is pretty much the same core team. We had Louise Adams was with us in the squad, but she had a bit of an injury playing for GB, so we had a last minute swap about, and a player, Joe Howie's come in to replace Louise. But otherwise the squad is pretty much the core as it was last year, which is kind of really exciting. We all know each other, we get on well, and the locker room kind of the banter and all the support we give each other. Yeah, it's really good. The makeup of the team's brilliant.
Yeah, well, coming to one of those teams then, Abby, how you obviously you can tell us your All Stars history and how you came to get involved and be part of the Barbars.
Yeah, so I've been involved with All Stars now. I think this is my 5th year, and both my parents actually used to do it. So Mike and Claire Faye, and I believe they actually have done it since the very beginning. Like they were involved in one of the very first ones. And then, so growing up, I was coming to all the All Stars events and watching them. Finally, when I turned 18, I joined in. It was not even a question, just wanted to get straight involved. And I've been with Barbarians since. I've only ever played for them. Unfortunately, I had to miss out on 1 year due to injury, torn ACL, unfortunately, in my regular league. But still came down, I still fundraised and just helped out when I could. And yeah, love it, absolutely love it. It's a great weekend of hockey, and like Righty said, we've got a great team. Most people are the same, and yeah, like exactly like Righty said, the banter in the changing room and all that, it's great. It's a great team. Love being part of it.
Brilliant. And as we said at the top, the Barbarians obviously a kind of special team for All Stars, and that it kind of extends the number of charities we can support. So each Barbarian has their own cause. So Abby, do you want to tell us who you're fundraising for this year?
Yeah, so I'm raising money for Frontline 19, which is a non-profit organisation that supports frontline workers and their mental health. It was founded during COVID, and the aim was for those, obviously they were still working during COVID, seeing a lot of horrible things, and it was made to try and help them get through that. And then since then, it's was used regularly, so the company just carried on going, and they're actually, I think they're in the process of being changed to a charity now that they've become that big now, and so many people are using them. So that's who I've decided to raise money for, to try and help those.
Brilliant. And any major things or any strange things you've done this year to raise a few shekels?
Yeah, so actually me and Righty did it together, and there's quite a few of us from Barbarians, but we did the Penny Fan Challenge, which is trying to climb up Penny Fan as many times as you can in 24 hours. The aim is 10, but you can go more if you wanted to, or less. I managed
More,
5.
yeah. Just we'll just do more.
Do as many as you want. But yeah, I managed 5, which I was really proud of because I actually showed up late because I had my last league game of the season for my regular ice hockey team. So I played that game in Slough, drove all the way to South Wales, then started climbing straight away. And at the end of it, I was shot, honestly. So I managed 5, which I'm proud of. And already I want to do it again next year and try and beat my score. But yeah, that was the main fun reason that I did, and then some little bits here and there, but that was the main one.
Yeah, I mean, that's for somebody like who's not insane, that is just ridiculous. Going like there's a hill, okay, you climb a hill or a mountain and you come back down. You don't then go back up again and come back. It's like why do you do that? And it's like as many times as possible. It's ridiculous, but it's brilliant, and obviously it's rewarding enough for you to want to do it again next year.
Yeah,
which is again, that's the brain of an all-star for sure. Righty, so obviously Tenny fan. How many did so? Abby set the bar at 5. How did you do?
I think I got to 7, maybe. Might have been 6 or 7. I'm not sure. It is a really hard challenge, like Abby said, because it's mental challenge as well as physical. Because you get to the bottom, you don't really want to go up, and the weather was brutal, wasn't it, Abby? Like howling, like galing winds, and you only have like maybe a 10-20 minute break, and then you got to force yourself. You got to get the mindset to go back up again. So yeah, it's hard. It's so hard, and knowing like when to rest, when to fuel up. There's about 300 people that do it, and it's just such a everyone's out there doing it for different reasons. A bit like the All Stars, really, like, and everyone's like supporting each other. And it was actually founded and set up by our very own Steve Weston, who set the Tenny Van Challenge up, I think 10 years ago. It was a 10-year anniversary this year. So it's a fabulous event. And we had about 10 of us Barbs do it. It's great.
And you obviously, to complete the full madness, you were doing it in hockey kit as well.
Oh yeah, I did do it in hockey kit, which is that I think I don't know if that was a mistake, but I keep trying. I want to get to all 10 at some stage, but I don't know. I'm getting older as well, so maybe it's unrealistic.
And just tell us about your obviously as a barbarian, your special cause of 2 Wish, which is very special. As everybody has their own special cause.
Mine. That was the great thing about when the Barbarians team was formed. Like Abby said, I've only played the Barbs since they started, and I did try to get into All Stars a good few years running. But 2 Wish is a charity set up by my neighbour Rianne, who sadly lost her 1-year-old boy, and then about a week later, her husband just couldn't cope, kind of blamed himself, so he sadly took his own life. And Rianne had the courage to set up 2 Wish, a charity to support bereaved parents. So it's nice that the Barbs can support not only the bigger charities, but also at the time was a smaller charity, but 2 Wish has grown and grown. And again, it's not just about the money is really important, but also the awareness of the charity. And that's why I do a lot of stuff in hockey kit, because I wear the 2 Wish logo on. And I did a High Rocks actually in hockey kit, and the High Rocks media team.
Because of course you did. Why not?
Yeah, the High Rocks media team picked me up, and they posted a video to like I don't know, it was like 250,000 people. So like that reach just from doing that, meant as much as the funds we're trying to raise as well. So
100%. The money is obviously an important part, a very important part, but it's the awareness and the advocacy and the publicity we can give to. Obviously, we've got our main charities, but there's Barbarians and now to a lesser degree mental health are doing the same. So they're kind of mental health Barbarians doing smaller mental health charities as well. So we can help far more and publicize and make awareness for far more charities like 2 Wish, like the Frontline 19, and these smaller charities, like I say, who just as deserving as the bigger ones, but they don't get the airtime, Abby.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's an amazing team that, like you said, that we can all choose our individual charities, and like Righty, it might be closer to your heart where it's not as big and as well known, and it's given that attention to that charity.
Because and when we come to the weekend itself, obviously we get the on ice action, but we've got the charity village as well, so we can get representatives from as many charities as we can. And if they're able to come down and send a representative, or the players themselves obviously can publicise, but the representatives of charities can come along and talk to people and say, give information, or just to be there to talk and advertise and publicise, and that's as huge a part of All Stars as the money, Righty.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I think like as a team, I think we represent about 20 different charities, which is just amazing. Yeah, and it really is special. Just like again, like Tuish, for me, not only my neighbor, the story of my neighbor, but also my brother sadly lost his nephew, my nephew, his son. His heart stopped one night, and I found him dead in his bed a couple of days before Christmas. So like the support Tuish give to bereaved parents is so important to me personally, but everyone in our team, like Abby said, supporting different charities, it's really close to them, and we're all in that locker room, and we're there that weekend for just playing our hearts out for our individual charities, and supporting each other and all Stars, of course.
Yeah. So how's the fundraising? Obviously, we've said about the advocacy and the thing, but how's the money looking this year? How's the total going for Bob?
Do you know, it's it's really tough times because just the economy, and but I think we're doing fabulous because it's a joint total with the so we had 8 players in the Cymru All Stars. I think we're up to around 17 grand at the moment, so which is fantastic. It's unreal. And anything we raise, whether a player can get to 250, and we've got some players at 1,500. It's just unreal. Yeah, it's really good funds.
Yeah, a few of the captains have said it's obviously the difficult time. There's a lot of cause people call on people's money these days for, I say, normal everyday expenses, but to find that extra charity money is getting increasingly difficult. So it's much appreciated whatever people can donate, and obviously the money that's been raised across all of the charities this year again has been another fantastic year. As you say, we had the Cymru event did over 50,000 for those 4 teams, and then the Sheffield event's looking at the last official total, I think, was 142.
That's amazing.
Alone, so it's going fantastic. Apart from yourselves running up and down hills as many times, and right, you're doing a really grueling physical thing in hockey kit. Was it High Rocks?
Yeah, it's a High Rocks. Yeah.
That just sounds painful without even Any other kind of big events people have done? Anything major you can tell us about?
Well, Abby, you did a poker night, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, so me and my family organised a poker night with like a lot of my family friends and stuff. I say I organised it. I didn't. My dad kind of did the poker side of things. I was more like just hosting. But yeah, that helped raise quite a bit of money for that, and that actually ended up pushing me over my target. And then with the tenny fan on top of it, that helped massively. But yeah, team have done like quite big events, I believe. Yeah,
Lewis Phillips did a charity ball hockey tournament, which was amazing. I went down to that one. Brandon did a charity barber day, cut loads of guys' hair for charity, which was really nice of him to do, to give up like a whole day of business for the charity. Had Mark Palmer was involved with the Loftus Cup, I think, which raised a good cup game, which raised about £4,000 between a couple of charities. We had Carl Holdenby, who's like one of our off-ice guys, who's been doing runs and 10Ks. Yeah, there's been lots going on. I think everyone's got to get a bit creative, or we had to get a bit creative as well to raise some money. So I've also been knitting hats, which you're welcome to buy, £20 to charity.
You're the first captain who's been openly touting their wares on the interview. So yeah, we'll put a link in the description.
Link right here.
Well, talking about teamwear and stuff, it's a nice little segue. I don't know if you can see in the background is one of the shirts I had from a previous year. Is one of your Barbarians previous ones. We've been talking to the captains this year about the shirts which are on sale from Crosscheck. It'll be on sale at the weekend and online as well. The shirts all look fantastic, but we've been asking the captains to kind of give us a little brief history of how the shirt came about. So any ideas how the shirt developed, and the obviously the variation this year, you've moved away from the black theme to what is the nicest color in the world. I think I'm not being biased because I'm not on with the Barbarians, but I think the Barb ones just look so classic and just like chef's kiss. It's like, tell us how it came about.
Yeah, so I kind of touched on it earlier that I'm getting old. So I turned 50, just Christmas just gone. So I kind of wanted a nod to that kind of classic, my sort of old school. I grew up in Canada watching hockey in the 80s, and all like simple, clean jerseys. And there's a group called the Pink Pony Club that Hubs is involved, and basically a few other of the Barbs. We started throwing some ideas around. I think Hubs and Dave Williams were on a triple header with the Cardiff Devils somewhere, and he started sending pictures of socks and like tops and things like that. And it was the Oasis reunion, so there's lots of like those pastel colors. So that's where the kind of color theme started coming in. And Lee Jones, one of our players, also involved, does a lot like jersey designs and stuff. So we just started throwing some ideas around, but that was the big debate, was to pull away from the classic black or white. We didn't know if the room was going to be divided, but we just went for it. So we started between Lee Jones and myself, started like playing with ideas and throwing some concepts together. So there's quite a lot of I think I was driving Lee insane because I just kept getting into tweak. And we went with the classic, like just the B logo now to keep it nice and clean and simple. And then so that was like the winter classic kind of design and feel, hence the hats. Actually, that's where that idea came from, to match the jersey. So if you want one of these hats to match your jersey,
well, you've had one plug, you can get two plugs in. That's
sorry. So I'm so excited with the jersey. The colors are wicked, and it was a real like collaborative effort between a group of us. So massive thanks to Lee Jones for all the effort he put in, and the tiny little details as well. So I hope everyone really likes it. And Crosscheck have done an amazing job with taking it from that concept phase and getting it actually into the real physical item. So I haven't seen it in person yet, so I'm looking forward to it.
There's loads of little Easter eggs we need to look out for when we see the shirt in the flesh. We need to look out for loads of little hidden messages.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe a duck or two in there too.
I was lucky enough to get one of the mock-up ones from Crosscheck when we did the jersey reveal, and there was the duck on the V neck, wasn't there? So no, it looks really smart. I don't know, Abby's obviously seen the graphics and the pictures and stuff. Looking forward to getting it on the weekend itself.
Yeah, 100%. This, honestly, I'm going to say it, but I think this might be my favorite one we've had so far, because the suspense of it. We have some other merch kind of lined up for the weekend, which you'll have to wait and see. But we were discussing that, but we hadn't, and it's related to the jersey, but we hadn't seen it. And I'm like, I'm intrigued now. And like the suspense was building and building. So when the reveal finally happened, I was like, wow, I actually really like that. The change of colour, I love it all. I really like jersey.
Well, so it's less than 2 weeks until we all convene, and we'll see the ice, see all the shirts on the ice at Sheffield. As I say, if you point yourself to cross-check clothing, if you want to order them online, or if you're coming down at the weekend, Pete will have the orders available on his stall on the weekend itself. Just last one for you, Righty, before we go to the big plug at the end. Obviously, you as the captain this year, how's captaincy been? Corralling all the troops this year. You've done double duty this year. You've had your company event and event.
Double duty, but the Cymru event was a bit harder because we had like 12 or 13 players that had never done All Stars before, so that took a lot more, I guess, admin. It's probably a good way to put it. But whereas the Sheffield team all kind of know, everyone knows what they're doing. It's like such a joy to captain them because I don't really have to do much other than bug them for things. But no, they're all absolutely amazing. I haven't announced our alternative captains yet, but I'll do that right now. So the first one I was going to give to David Williams, who was captain for the Barbs for the last 3 years, I believe, and he's been superb. Just to have someone like that to lean on if needed, which is good. And then I'm going to give one to Lee Jones as well, because he does so much, like help the jersey design. He's done the Barbs website, which is awesome, and I know he does a whole load of stuff for All Stars themselves. And then another one goes to Brandon out there in Belfast. He does loads of stuff with merch and helping in the background. There's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes. It's not just we show up and play hockey. And then the final one I was going to give to Abby.
Oh, thank you. I was unaware of that.
Yeah, I haven't told anyone yet, and I haven't asked, but yeah, if you'll be my alternative captain, it's yours.
Wait.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The live reaction. Assistant Cappy. Listen, Cappy. Listen. Oh shit! I can't even talk now. You see, I've got all the motion. Assistant Captain Abby.
Yeah, that's really actually lovely. Thank you, Righty. I appreciate that.
No, you deserve it. Totally.
Yeah, 5 years now being involved in All Stars. It's an amazing cause, and I love being part of it. I love the whole weekend, the whole build up to it, everything about it. I love. So this is really nice. Thank you.
Abby's one of our youngest players, but then also one of our most experienced and one of the original Barbs. And she puts every effort in to the team, both playing on and off the ice with everything else. So couldn't think of a better assistant captain.
Very good, nice one, and an extra exclusive for All Stars TV as well. Much appreciated. Just a final one, then before we leave and let you away about your business. If we're trying to convince people to get a late summer hockey fix and come along and join us in Sheffield, whether they can come along for an afternoon or for a day or for the whole weekend and just experience All Stars, how would you kind of sell it to them, Abby? You can give us a first start. How would you sell All Stars to a newbie?
I have no words for how amazing it is. Just amazing. It's a great weekend of hockey. Most hockey is kind of on the down low at the moment, off season. So if you're missing it, definitely come down. It's great. It's all abilities. It's a very good showcase to show if you want to get into hockey, you can do it. Anyone can do it. It's out there for everyone. And it's an amazing weekend. Come down. You'll see what it's about. Yeah.
100%. Righty, anything to add or anything to say?
Exactly as Abby said, it's just a really fun weekend. Just come down and support the charities, the players. There's also Saturday night. There's I think it's open to everyone as well. There's a bit of a after party event happening.
After party, halfway through the event party, yes.
Yes. Halfway through the event party, so I've got to make sure my players don't get, don't enjoy it too much. But, so just get down there and support. Visit the charity village and just have a nice weekend of enjoying hockey at all levels.
Brilliant. Well, appreciate your time tonight catching up. It's been great to speak to you both. I look forward to seeing you in Sheffield in less than 2 weeks' time. I say 25th and 26th of July. I've got a Friday night launch party and I say 2 full days of All Stars action. Righty and Abby, thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you in just a few days' time.
Brilliant. Thanks, Craig.